the crossbar. And it's a giant deflects off and goes in. Switch to left field and down for a base hit.
Hunterdon Central is going to win the state finals here tonight.
Mark it on the board. Touchdown, Red Devils. On the deflection. On the deflection. Hunterdon Central.
I will prompt you, Bryce. And
Welcome to today's HCTV presentation of boys soccer. I'm Bryce Cohn alongside Julia Labatza, and today we have Hunterdon Central hosting the Pingree Big Blue. Julia, how are you doing today?
Pretty good, Bryce. How about yourself?
I am doing fantastic. Julia, tell me, what are we expecting for today's last regular season match here for Hunterdon Central?
You know what? Today is a makeup game for Big Blue and Red Devils. We will see a very competitive match for today. Should be a lot of back and forth action from both teams, as they are both really competitive and have had very successful seasons so far. So it'll be exciting to see what both teams can bring to the plate today.
Yeah, and expect both teams to come out fresh out of the gate, super high tempo and trying to score first, as both the teams, every year they match up, are extremely competitive, especially since I've been here commentating for over the last 4 years. They have always put on a show for us, so it's going to be a good one here today. And so we are back after the national anthem here, and just want to dive into a little bit about what the Red Devils have in store for their playoffs. They're hosting here on this Thursday JP Stevens here for their first game, as they're the 6th seed hosting the 11th seed JP Stevens. And then if they win, they'll most likely be on the road, either facing Newark Eastside, that would be on the road, or they would host Ridge. So definitely first 2 rounds could be tough here for Hunterdon Central, but it's nothing that they can't accomplish. And we are gearing up here for the beginning of this game. And just a prediction, expect a goal within the first 15 minutes. Both of these teams are ultra competitive, and I would not be surprised if one of them comes out swinging.
Indeed, it was in the first 19 minutes of play, the last game that they played in, Hunterdon Central scored. Unfortunately, that game was postponed and is today being made up, so hopefully Hunterdon Central can come out early on with that lead like they had last game that was postponed, and we'll see good results possibly.
And since such little of that game was played the last time around, they dropped the score to be just 0-0 again, and starting it from the top, and given any upper hand Hunterdon Central can get at the beginning of this game here will help them, as both of these teams also play astounding defense. So expect a low-scoring affair here, but high intensity. player to look out for Hardin Central. Number 1, Callan Armitage, sitting in that goalkeeper spot. So dominant. He's been dominant all year, and ever since he's came here as a freshman here at Hardin Central, he has been their starting goalie, and he is one of the backbones of this solid defense that they have. And here we go, Hardin Central starting off with possession here. Norbosch lifted that one up in the air. That one's going to be pushed away. Pingree coming out physical here. This one's going the other way now for the Big Blue. An offside call. This one's up. Norbosch pushes that one up. It's going the other way. Big Blue looking for a scoring opportunity here. This one in front of the goal. Defended heavily there. Hardin Central taking it the other way. So Pingree here with another opportunity to get things going here just within the first 3 minutes of action. Both teams coming out here looking pretty static as this one is up. Just going to stay in play here. And that one is up and good for Pingree. That was quite the shot there by the Big Blue.
That was Sebastian San Pedro, number 10, with the goal. Early lead for Pingree, but hopefully Hardin Central Red Devils will be able to get back into this game.
And like I was saying in the pregame, it was expected that one of the teams was going to come out and score early. And it was the senior forward that just came out and did that, which now adds some pressure for Hardin Central to come back here and respond. Stay up the tempo. Pingree's just one of those teams where if they get up early, it is an upward climb to try to come back.
You know, that is San Pedro's 5th goal of this season. That is not necessarily low scoring for the season, but compared to our lead goal scorer Nick Riga, number 20, who is a forward and a senior for Hardin Central. Nick has 14 goals, I believe, on the season and 5 assists, so hopefully we will see 1 goal shortly from him.
And Riga just so dominant. When he is set up correctly, there's no shot he is missing. As this one set up nicely and they blow the whistle, call that one dead. It was Matt Davis that looked like he was set up fairly well. This one is up for Pingree. Well, the defense now is Hardin Central. And Armitage will just hold on to this one. Pushes this one past the middle of the field. Riga couldn't get to it. Back and forth now between. Cook pushes that one up. And that one is just swallowed up there. Pingree trying to add to their already 1-0 lead here. As that one is just going to roll right on out. Riga fighting for possession here. Pingree pushing this one up the other way. Armitage just clears that one out. Out once again here, going the other way for Hardin Central. Pingree loses that one going out, but they regain possession. This is Hardin Central. That knocked it loose. Norbosch clears that one out of bounds. Sets up another opportunity here for Pingree to throw it in. This one is up. And it's just going to be cleared right on out. Pingree yet again here with another opportunity. Right in front of Hardin Central's goal. And this one is up. And Norbosch uses that strong left foot. It's clear near the middle of the field. This one just going to roll right on out. That was Francisco Rodriguez that cleared that one out. And a back and forth affair here as both teams looking to regain possession. Trunane pushes that one up to Davis. Davis can't get to it, and it's just going to be right out of bounds off the deflection. And both teams trying to get that one there. As this one's near the middle of the field. And that one's just going to go right on out of play. Norbosch took a pretty hard hit there, as the ball's just been up in the air for a lot of the last couple of minutes of action. Neither team able to fully hold on to possession. And this one is up. Riga just a little over him. As Gavin Drenane keeping this one up inside for Riga. And it is just deflected away there as Hardin Central had a bit of an opportunity there. Up once more. Riga fighting for it. Whistle blown. And Hardin Central with an opportunity here. And so it's going to be Francisco Perez Rodriguez here on the kick. Big kick opportunity here for Hardin Central. This one could tie it up. And the kick. This one is up. And great play by Pingree's defense there to knock that one out. And Central have the opportunity once more to throw it in. This one is up. Davis keeping this one alive. Makes a move. Pushes it back inside. And that one's just swallowed up by Pingree. As the Big Blue will try to take it the other way. And a booming kick, and Hardin Central fighting back here as both teams looking for possession. That one's going to roll right out of play. It's going to go the other way for Hardin Central. Hardin Central looking for an opportunity here. Out of play. But Hardin Central gains an opportunity here. Davis just loses that one. That one's going to go out of play. And the officials going to say it's Hardin Central's ball to throw in. Chess. Both teams fighting for it near the middle of the field. And Pingree looming here with another opportunity. Only 15 minutes of play so far, and after that Pingree goal, it's been a bit quiet. Hardin Central only had one sort of opportunity. Other than that, they've really been held down by this Pingree defense. As this one is up. Pingree sticking with it. In front of the goal. That one is up. And out of play. Armitage launches this one. That one just lost by Hardin Central. Jermaine on the defense there. Knocks someone out of bounds. Pingree throw this one in. This one going the other way now for Hardin Central. It's up. Riga can't get to it. Riga chases that one down, but Pingree applying pressure. So this one goes the other way. Norbosch is there to deflect. Central looking to start up any sort of offense here, and they haven't been able to quite get it going, as there's been frequent balls going out of play, as well as not a lot of opportunity. An opportunity here for Pingree. This one is up. Deflected by a defender. And Pingree sticking with it. It's Rodriguez. And that one's just going to roll right on out of play. Rodriguez couldn't quite deflect that one out. Gave Pingree another opportunity to shoot it. And went wide of the goal. So Armitage kick this one off. In hopes of jumpstarting this Hardin Central offense here. And whistle blown. Hardin Central will take this opportunity. Norbosch on the kick. This one is up. Riga can't get to it. Pingree pushing it the other way. Pingree got a man deep. Just goes out of play. So we're nearly halfway done with the first half here. And it's been very quiet since the first couple of minutes of play. Someone goes out of play, and Riga thought it's going to be a Hardin Central throw in, but Pingree taking this opportunity to push it the other way. So that one goes out of play once more. Central looming on defense. As Jermaine sticks with it. It's going to be knocked up to Cook. Cook puts it up. And the bleachers looking for a call. There's a whistle there and a push from Jonathan Chess. Hardin Central will try to take advantage of this opportunity here. That one is up. Just swallowed up by Pingree. Pingree now goes the other way. The speedy Colin Adams, whose name you haven't heard yet today. Looking to make a difference. So Armitage swallows that one up. This one's up near the middle of the field. Davis fighting for it. It's Rodriguez. Pushes that one up to Davis. Davis can chase it down. Yes, he does. He gets it inside, and Riga just can't get it. And it's going to be a corner kick now. And a huge opportunity for Hardin Central to tie this thing up. So good effort by Riga there to make sure the defender knocked that one out of play. And Adams now on the kick. This one is up. Pingree deflects it. Adams coming in. And they get the call here.
That's going to be a penalty kick for Hardin Central Red Devils. That was called on Nick Riga for the foul. We're waiting to see who will be taking it for the Red Devils.
And who but Riga? As huge opportunity for Hardin Central here to tie this. This one up at 1. And the span of good plays here puts Hardin Central in this position now to score.
Looks like it's going to be Colin Adams on the kick. Riga with the foul, though.
And so Adams looking to be the difference maker here early in this first half. So Adams now with the chance to tie it up at 1 apiece. Down 1-0. The kick. It's good! Colin Adams with the goal for the Hardin Central Red Devils to tie it at 1.
18 minutes left, 35 seconds as well left in this first half. Hopefully Hardin Central can knock another one in as well. The crowd went crazy over that. Super exciting to see for Hardin Central Red Devils as now the game is tied.
And so at the 21.5-minute mark, Adams ties it up at 1 against Pingree, and there is life at Stewart Field now as Pingree and Hardin Central are tied at 1 apiece. And it's Riga and Adams being the difference maker on that span of plays as Riga drew the foul and Adams knocked in the kick. And now Hardin Central looks to ride this momentum here on the defensive end to keep things going. So Pingree with an opportunity here. We'll see if Pingree can respond to that Hardin Central goal. And here comes the kick. This one is up. And it's swallowed up by Armitage. Hardin Central speeding it up and trying to take it the other way. Stranane chasing it down. Puts a move on. Whistle blown. Norbosch on the defensive end. Davis near the middle of the field. Pushes it up. Pingree intercepts. Norbosch. Try to deflect that one. Stays in play. And a no call once again. So that one's just going to be kept in play by Davis. And there's a whistle. The parents and fans of the bleachers are not very pleased. And Pingree looms with another opportunity. There's what, about 15 minutes left in this first half. Tie remains, one apiece. That one is up. Armitage takes care of it. This one's up. Pingree pushing the tempo the other way. Norbosch deflects. Schreiber looking for where it is. Adams on the defense. Keeps it in play. This one's up for Riga. Riga looking for it. And there's a bit of trouble near the front of the Pingree goal. This one's up. Cook handles it. Pingree pushing with an opportunity. And that one's going to be just out of play. And Armitage will handle it himself. Up once again near the middle of the field. This one's up. Norbosch can't save it. And that one is in for a Pingree goal. And so it's Anthony Bugliari, the junior, who scored the goal. And is the grandson of the head coach as well. And in a developing scene, Armitage, who was hit in the play, is down. And Bugliari looked a bit shaken up as well. So this is a developing scene. And the backup goalie for Hart Central is Daniel Kellogg. And Armitage does not look like he's getting up at this moment. And so as Armitage gets up under his own strength, and Kellogg is warming up on the sideline now. It's Hudson Central looking now for the equalizer as Pingree is up 2-1. As that play happened with a goal on the Armitage injury. And so there's about 13 minutes left to play here in this first half, and for Pingree, their best opportunity here might be to test out Hudson Central's backup goalie, Daniel Kellogg, to see what he's made of, and look to put another one up on the scoreboard going into the half. As for Hudson Central, they hope for the equalizer. As Pingree gets an opportunity here, Kellogg comes in, pushes that one the other way. Schreiber fights for it. Norbash deflects that one. Not going the other way here is Hudson Central. This one's up near the middle of the field. Adams chases this one down. And it's Adam putting a move on. And a whistle, and this one's going to go the other way for Pingree. It's going the other way for Pingree here. So this one is up. Adams on the defense there. It's just going to roll right out of play. Pingree will remain with possession. Now a shot coming for Pingree, and Kellogg just holds on to it there as Bugliari was lurking.
You know, although he stumbles it's still a very nice play by Kellogg because he is fresh into this game, has not had any time to warm up, replacing Colin Armitage, who is still on the sidelines talking with the athletic trainer right now.
Yeah, Kellogg had about a minute and a half, 2-minute warm-up on the sideline, just getting as many reps as possible before, and Pingree is doing just what I figured they would do, and that was try their hardest to test out the new goalie before the half, because given if Armitage is, depending on the seriousness of the injury, he could be returning for the second half, although we do not have any update whatsoever on his condition currently. We'll see whether or not the Red Devils roll with Kellogg for the second half, or if they try out a different goalie, or perhaps Armitage's. Kellogg, once again with another opportunity there, to push that one up towards the middle of the field. And so Hudson Central trying to push the tempo here. This one is going, it's going to be deflected there. And so it's going to remain a Hudson Central possession. As things have gotten fairly quiet for Hudson Central's offense ever since the Adams goal, as that one's swallowed up by Pingree once more. As Pingree tries to go the other way. Score remains 2-1 in favor of Pingree. As this one is up. Norbash on the chase down. Slides and gets that one out of play. There's about 8 minutes remains here in the first half. Pingree, if all goes according to plan for them, will be going into the half with a 2-1 lead. However, Hardin Central wants to spoil that, try to tie things up here before the half ends as Norbosh launches that one out of play. Here comes another opportunity for Pingree. As that one is up. And Cook on the defense there. Adams not pushing for it, and Cook keeps that one in play and now gets it to Adams. This one is going up, and now Riga trying to stick with it. He's got other bodies, and Pingree just swallows that one up. Hardin Central had Dylan Krause lurking for the opportunity there as Norbosh once again playing astonishing defense this afternoon. And Cook took a bit of a tumble there, but fortunately enough, goes out of play for Pingree as Hardin Central pushes it the other way. This one's up. Riga looks for it, can't quite get to it. Up once more. In the direction of Adams. Knocked out of play. And they're giving the upper hand here to Pingree. Pingree pushes this one up. Inside now, testing Kellogg. So Red Devil, a bit shaken up in front of the goal. But once again, Pingree testing Kellogg. Couldn't quite get anything off of him. As Kellogg puts that one up near the middle of the field. It's Bugliari putting a move on for Pingree. That's a shot for Pingree. And it's saved by Kellogg. Kellogg, an astonishing. Did they call it a save or no? And by the looks of it, they're arguing whether it was a goal or not.
It will not be counted as a goal for Pingree, as Kellogg did, in fact, get the save, I believe. But it will be a corner kick for Pingree, so we'll see how this turns out for Pingree.
So now Kellogg directing traffic, and like you said, an astonishing save there. As the kick is up, and the Red Devils defense takes care of it. Look like the efforts of Ryan Norbosh, and Kellogg is living to see another play as he's yet to give up anything here since the Armitage goal that took him out of play, and a whistle here. And Riga now with an opportunity here, and inches away from what could have been a game-tying shot. And Daniel Kellogg playing the unsung hero right now, as he has stepped up here at a game where he perhaps did not expect to play against a tough competitor like Pingree, and he has not given up anything yet, and he's been challenged. And kudos to the defense here for Hardin Central as well, stepping up. It's Ryan Norbosh, who has been a game changer here on that Red Devil back line. As the clock winds down here in this first half. A little less than 3.5 minutes here to play in this first half as Hardin Central looks for any opportunity to tie it up here as Kraus and Davis can't quite get to that one in time, but Schreiber lurks. It's Adams as well. Not going the other way for Pingree. Up once more. It's Rodriguez. Whistle blown. It's going to go to the other way for Hardin Central. Norbosch pushed that one up for Davis. Now to Cross. Can he get to it? And an amazing defensive effort there by Pingree to keep the score at 2-1 as Kraus, once again, can he keep this one in? Yes, he can. Hardin Central looks for the opportunity here. That one is up. And just swallowed up by Pingree. It's 2 minutes left to play here. And Pingree looking for one last opportunity here. Bugliari once again chasing that one down is a name you'll hear a lot, as it is notable that his grandfather is the coach of this team, and they've had generations come through this program. Bugliari has been the coach here for as long as anyone here in these stands can remember. And we're hearing word from the press box. Our statisticians are claiming that Bugliari has been the coach here for 60 years, which is quite the tenure if you ask me, as the coach of the Pingree boys soccer team. So there's about 60 seconds left on the clock here as Pingree looks for one last opportunity to attack Daniel Kellogg at the goal. And Kellogg looks to kick this one off once more, who has stepped up here as the backup goalie with Armitage nursing an injury. And Pingree holding on to possession here. Going to go out to play. We're hearing official word that it's Bugliari's 63rd season here here against Hardin Central today, playing as the Pingree coach.
You know, I've never really experienced someone so engaged, I would say, as a coach in high school sports. You know, 63 years as the head coach or as a coach for Pingree soccer is just quite impressive. But that's going to do it for our first half, Bryce.
And so Pingree will go into the half with a 2-1 lead, and we will be back for second half of action here at Stewart Field. And we are back here with HCTV's presentation of boys soccer. I'm Bryce Cohn alongside Julia Labatze, and it's been a close one here. Hardin Central hosting Pingree here, and Pingree leads 2-1. And one of the big developing stories of the first half is starting goalkeeper for Hardin Central, Callan Armitage, going down with an undisclosed injury, and Daniel Kellogg, the senior backup, coming in here and seemingly locking it down at the end of the first half here. And as you can see here for Hardin Central, Daniel Kellogg is back out on the field, and he looks like he's going to be the goalkeeper for the rest of this match here, as Pingree can look to try to attack that as a point of weakness, but Kellogg has completely locked it down up to this point. Like I said, I'm alongside Julia Labatse. Julia, what else did you make of that first half of action?
You know, a lot of back and forth play. Pingree was very dominant in the first half. A lot of defensive sides for Hunterdon Central. They had a great job keeping up with Pingree as Pingree was very dominant. Daniel Kellogg, once again, very, very dominant goalie in this first half, as Callan Armitage did have a fall and an injury. So, you know, Daniel, he's had a couple saves already in this game. He's going to be playing for majority of the game as Callan Armitage's injury is quite uncertain. So hopefully we'll see more from Daniel today. Super exciting for him as this is the first game where he will be playing majority today.
And so that one goes right on out of play, and absolutely correct here as Kellogg has been with this program for about as long as Armitage, and although he has not been getting the starts, he practices every week just like a starter, and that's the type of work ethic that makes this Red Devil soccer boys program so successful, as it's just a next man up mentality. And as Cook throws this one in, Hunterdon Central looked for majority of that second half of the first half for an equalizer in terms of the score, as they now look to try to open the second half up with a goal as Schreiber chased that one down. Now it's Adams who can't quite get to it. And although the scoreboard indicated that Pingree is winning by just a singular goal, Hunterdon Central is practically dominated in terms of physically, as they've seemed to have physically dominated for a majority of this game up so far, as this one's being chased down. But Pingree getting two to knock down, and getting one, especially on one that got Armitage hurt, as the lights come on here at Stewart Field. And that one's going to be up near midfield. And Armitage, now on the sideline, is being taken away off on the athletic cart. So it's pretty safe to say we most likely will not be seeing much more action from the goalkeeper position from Armitage. And we'll have to see where this goes in terms of the playoffs here. But Kellogg is now getting the opportunity here to be this goalkeeper in a big spot here now, as Bugliari, the junior, gets the shot up and Kellogg gets the save. However, that sets up a Pingree corner kick, and that's going to set up another opportunity here for Kellogg. And you can see already Daniel Kellogg's teammates rallying around him here. This is a big opportunity for him. Now once again, Pingree looking here. It's a huge spot, not only for Pingree because they could up the score to 2-1, 3-1, excuse me. But Hunterdon Central goes down by another goal here. Be very hard to see them come back as Rodriguez clears this one. He's making a move on it. Davis pushes that one further. Perhaps not the best move there as Pingree. And that one's just cleared right on out. Adams chases this one down. Keeps it in play. And this one is up. Riga chasing it down. Up once again by a Pingree defender. And as Mr. Johnson said in the booth, beat me to it, the umbrellas are coming out in the bleachers as it's beginning to come down. Not super hard, it's drizzling. However, just 5 minutes into the second half so far, it has begun to rain. And so that one's going to be knocked out of play by Pingree. And we'll see how the ball moves on the turf now as the rain begins to come down. Typically it begins to slip on the turf a bit more, almost drifts on the turf, and doesn't make a huge difference, but it may make a bit of a difference for the goalies in this match today, as it might be increasingly harder to defend the ball as it comes off the gloves, but we'll see when that opportunity comes as Hardin Central tries to get the opportunity here, and that one's just going to go soaring up and over, and they're going to call this one a corner kick for Hardin Central. So an opportunity for Hardin Central to tie this one up at 2 apiece. And the crowd is now trying to get into this one, as it looks as if it's Matt Davis kicking this one from the corner spot here. Opportunity for Hardin Central. This one is up. Bennett is no good, as it's going to go the other way now for Pingree. And just a missed opportunity there for Hardin Central. But Hardin Central's on the attack now, and we'll see what else they have in store now as the rain continues to come down here at Stewart Field. So Adams pushes that one up. Riga chasing it down, using those legs of his, and that one's going to be cleared by Pingree once more. Adams trying to go to work here. This one. Cook just pushes that one up. Simon Phelan now takes a tumble. That one's just going to go right on out of play. Pingree has the throw-in opportunity. And that one goes out of play once more as Pingree is threatening here near Hardin Central's goal.
Olivia, you should be tight.
What was that?
Tight camera. Okay. Yep, you're good.
Here comes the throw. Pingree knocks that one out of play.
Hey, Chloe, go to Jamie's camera. Come back to
And now Pingree has an opportunity here with a corner kick.
Okay, that's good.
And once again,
Go.
have that narrative. Daniel Kellogg in goal. And the Red Devil defense looks like it has stood up once more. It has been so supportive of this offense, and Rodriguez takes a hit, and he is down. It's Francisco Perez Rodriguez takes a hard hit, and he was slow to get up. And we'll see what type of opportunity this draws here for Hardin Central. But Rodriguez was on that fast break there and was just laid out completely. And here comes the opportunity for Hardin Central as Cook looks for it, pushes it up, deflected out, and it is going to be a corner kick for Hardin Central. So Cook did his job there, garnered the deflection, and here comes a corner kick for Hardin Central. As this one is up and deflected by Pingree. And both defenses standing up here as the last 10 minutes as Cook chases this one down. Kicks it right out of play as Kellogg was watching on. And Cook using that speed to solidify that back line for Hardin Central. And that one just going to stay in play here as Pingree looking for another opportunity here. It's going to be taken away by Hardin Central. Schreiber moving down, and they're saying it's going Pingree's way. As the rain continues to come down here. And now going the other way for Hardin Central. Cook on the throw-in. Throws it over Schreiber. Giving a yellow card out now. Seemingly that one was on the goal scorer, Sebastian San Pedro, from earlier in this match. As he was chirping the official there.
She's back in play.
So now a huge opportunity for Hardin Central. As this one is up. And it is no good. It's going to go the other way now for Pingree, and
Stay on Jamie.
every Red Devil supporter
On Jamie.
in attendance here was holding their breath there for about 15 seconds. There was no idea what was going to happen on the result of that play. So it just went out. And Hardin Central still looking for that ever so desired second goal, as Colin Adams has been the reason why Hardin Central is even in this one to begin with on that PK goal, the 21st and a half minute here. But ever since, Hardin Central's offense has gone quite quiet. But furthermore impressive is Daniel Kellogg standing up here today and coming in for an injured Armitage. And he has not allowed anything up until this point, as Hardin Central allows Pingree to get another corner kick here. But Kellogg has been supported by a great Red Devil back line that has just played sensational defense. As a bit more added pressure here on the backup goalkeeper, with a little over 28 minutes to play here in this game. Kellogg directing traffic. This one is up for Pingree, and it's going to go out of play. So Kellogg will kick this one off. Launches this one in the direction of Schreiber. Schreiber can't quite hold on to it. Davis now pushes this one up. This one is up. Norbash pushes it up the other way. Davis fighting for it. That one goes out of play. Remains Hardin Central possession. This one, just a missed opportunity there by Hardin Central, as it looked like the likes of Colin Adams that just kind of kicked that one right into the Pingree goalie. As Pingree's going to take this one at their own pace. Norbosch to Adams. Now going up the other way, Hardin Central. And that one just launched. They're going to need someone to go out there and get that ball, as the shot was completely over the goal. And the temperatures beginning to cool down here as well. as the rain is still coming down, not as hard as it was initially, but enough for everyone in the bleachers to still have their umbrellas out.
Stay on Jamie, okay?
No one's just going to go out of play, and Pingree is going to look once more for that desired third goal that would give them a much-needed insurance here against a tough Hartford Central defense, as Norbosch has his jersey pulled, and they're going to call that.
Stay on Olivia, okay?
Norbosch uses that left leg and launches it. Big opportunity for Hartford Central, and it was just going to be cleared right out by Pingree.
Okay.
And so, for sure, the last 15 minutes of this second half, it has been scrappy, to say the least, as both teams are looking to break this 2-1 score that Pingree holds on to and leads with, as neither team is comfortable in this position that they're in right now. Cook deciding what he's going to do with it. Pushes that one up, deflected off a Pingree defender. Back to Cook. Schreiber keeps it in play. And Cook has that one deflected right out of play, as Hartford Central will remain with possession here. And it's going to be Cook throwing this one in. And another opportunity here for Hartford Central as Schreiber can't hold on to that one, as Hartford Central have yet again another opportunity here with Adam Cook to throw it in. And the throw is up. And it is just launched over once again. Another missed opportunity for Hartford Central, and Pingree is going to look to capitalize on yet again another missed Hartford Central shot. Let's go the other way here.
Decent audience, 62 people watching. It's pretty good for Saturday.
Up once again here, Pingree. Letting that one just slide right on out. As the fog comes in as well, making it a little bit more difficult to see from this level, but nonetheless, Kellogg looks for one of his Red Devils to kick it to, as Pingree intercepts. Going the other way here. Cook can't quite get to it. And upset with the call there, as it was San Pedro, one of the goal scorers here for today, upset with that call, as Central with another opportunity here. It's going to be launched by Pingree. Adams couldn't quite get to it. Norbosch looking. Cook now. And can't quite get to it in time. As Pingree is holding on to it now.
Chloe, stay on Jamie, okay?
Cook lifts that one up and out of play. Twenty 21 and a half minutes left to play here in this second half, as Pingree throws this one in around midfield. San Pedro has that shot deflected.
camera back, Jamie.
I'm trying, but like I can't move down when they're down like by the track.
And so Pingree
Just adjust that so you can move it, Jamie.
once more looking for a shot opportunity here.
Okay, let go. Are we good?
This one is up. Perez Rodriguez clears that one. Gonna go out of play here.
Here, Olivia, just stay zoomed out for right now.
All the way?
It's gonna go for a Harvard Central possession. They're speeding up that offense as Riga chases this one down. Can he keep it in? And Pingree is just gonna knock it right out of play. Once more, Patel in the game as well. Nek Patel, who we haven't seen much of today, but he's one of these elite defenders here for Harvard Central.
I know,
As that one is up.
No, yeah, I heard you. Didn't mean to.
it's fine, man.
Ooh, and a tough collision there. Not a good scene as it looks like Matt Davis,
Should be okay.
perhaps, on the ground here, as well as a Pingree
You're north-south. You can't go
player
too
as
far
well.
south, but that's okay. Are you okay here?
It's just a little.
And it looks like it's the likes of either
Here, Jamie, stay
the junior Matt Davis or the senior Luke Berardi. It's a bit difficult to see
Yeah. Oh, okay.
his number from here, but scary collision to San Pedro as well for Pingree is down as well.
Do we need to do anything, Jamie?
Evidently not what you want to see here, especially this late to the game. 20 minutes remaining in this second half, and it's a very, very tight lead that Pingree holds on to as both players are up.
Let me know if anything's wonky, Chloe.
And so Pingree looks to kick this one off once more. And that one is up. And it's just going to roll right into Nek Patel's possession as that one's going to be kicked off once more. Schreiber keeps it in play.
You can sit back in again.
Riga chases this one down. Pingree pushes that one up. Norbash on the defense. And that one is just booted up. Adams looked for the pass there. Kept in play. It's Riga on that far side. Up, and I'm just going to go right on out of play. And Central has got to be in a more aggressive mindset here now, as down by a goal with about 19 minutes left to play here. It's do or die here in this seemingly last regular season game for these Red Devil seniors against a tough competitor like Pingree. Would hope to win and continue the momentum into the playoffs, as they will be hosting JP Stevens, like we said earlier in the broadcast, this Thursday, which the game should be kicking off at around 4 p.m. here, hosted on HCTV. As another opportunity here for Pingree. The ball placed it around the midfield. And that one, it's just going to be let go by Daniel Kellogg, who once again is filling in for the injured Callan Armitage, and he is doing his job. And you know he's doing a good job when we don't have to say his name as so frequently, as Pingree has yet to score a goal on him, and a big part of that is thanks to the defense keeping it out of his hands. Although he has had a few saves up until this point. He's played very well. And so Patel throws this one up. And this one defended heavily by Pingree. This one stays in play. Patel keeps it up. Pingree clears. Back and forth. Norbosch pushes it up. Wow, and sensational up and header, but with a player down now for Hardin Central. As he nearly flipped on the play, and now a whistle as Colin Adams draws that whistle on that play, and they're ready to go here. Is a huge opportunity for Hardin Central to tie this one up at 2 apiece. And this is a huge opportunity. Adams on the kick here. And we'll see what his plan of attack is for here. As this could very well be the play of the game here for Hardin Central. 16 minutes remaining. This one goes inside, deflected away by Pingree. Central trying to keep the play alive here. This one goes back up. As it's chased down, and Pingree swallows this one up. And so Hardin Central can't capitalize on the opportunity given there. Colin Adams try to set up the goal, but Pingree was all over it on the defense. As Pingree now try to take it the other way. The whistle blown and out going the other way for Hardin Central. Patel chasing it down. Oh, and Pingree now going the other way, upping the tempo. Bit of open field here. Now inside. And a sliding stop there by Patel. So here comes the corner for Pingree. Has it's a little less than 15 minutes of action remaining here. This one goes up for Pingree, and it is just knocked right out of play by Norbosch. Great defense there. As this Red Devil defense has completely upped their game here in the efforts of helping out backup goalie Daniel Kellogg, who has stepped up to the challenge today. And here comes another corner kick by Pingree. This one is up once again. And it's going to go out of play here off of a Pingree defender, and Hardin Central is going to regain possession. And so this one goes up. Cook chases it down. Pushes it up for Adams. Adams can't quite get to it. Kicked and whistle blown as it's going to go Pingree's way now. And officials giving calls that the bleachers, the fans in the bleachers, don't seem to like, as Pingree yet again with another opportunity here to try to add an insurance goal. So they already lead 2-1. They haven't seemed to get one past Kellogg yet. As this one is up once more, it's going to be defended very well as Adams tries to get to it. San Pedro tries to make a move inside. And that one's just going to be pushed out And so the Red Devil defense is stepping up to the challenge in this second half, and they're not allowing anything. As Kellogg is awaiting his next move here. And so it's all going to come down to these last 12.5 minutes here of action, as both defenses have been absolutely lights out in this second half. And Schreiber pushes that one around. Adams kicks it inside. Davis feeds it around. Shot is up and wide of the goal. Another missed opportunity there by the Red Devils, and Pingree just going to take their time as they look to go the other way now. This one is up. It's just going to roll right on out of play. Pingree, the throw in here. Off of Pingree now. Hart Central going to take it the other way. Rain still coming down here at Stewart Field. That one goes out of play. Cook on the throw in for Hart Central. Over to Schreiber. Then over to Riga. Schreiber now chasing it down. Schreiber going inside. And that was just going to be cleared as Central sticks with it. And that one's going to go out of play. And there.
Ultimately, nice efforts from the Red Devils, getting the ball on the offensive side. Nick Riga to Thomas Schreiber. Speaking of Nick Riga, unfortunately no goal currently on the game tonight, but this weekend in the Hunter and Warren Sussex tournament, he was marked MVP of the tournament as he argues with the ref about a call for a yellow card on fellow Hunter and Central teammate.
And so now what you're looking for here for the Red Devils, as they have been getting none of the calls going their way practically all night, but they're doing the best they can with that, as someone is going to go out of play here. And Pingree pushes. Another opportunity here. Cook, a diving attempt there, and he is pleading to the officials his case. Bugliari up. Pingree is chasing this one down.
But guess what? He's never going to give us a call now that everybody's screaming.
And so Pingree on the throw in. And it just rolls right out. Central looking to come with a big stop here. Whistle blown. It's going to go the other way now for Hart Central. And so, once again, do or die here for Hart Central. Down a goal. Got to come up big once again. And Kellogg coming away from the goalkeeping spot. Rolls this one out. And Cook pushes that one up. It's a good ball there. And an unfavorable call for Hart Central there. As Pingree kicks that one off after the offsides call. Pingree looking to just hold off the scoring attempts by Hardin Central as San Pedro puts that one inside. Adams went up with it. And a back and forth effort there. As a risky turnover there. San Pedro inside. Norbosch on the deflection there. Adams chases this one down. Chess was there. Pingree gets the shot up and Kellogg just holds on to it. And like I was mentioning earlier, with the turf being wet, the slipperiness of the ball there had Kellogg bobbling it. As Central with a huge opportunity there. Riga can't seem to find where the ball is. Now Cook trying to keep this one up. 6.5 minutes left of play here, and Central is down to their last efforts here. As this one is a huge opportunity for Central. Inside, and good! Good! Hunterdon Central ties it up, the equalizer with 6 minutes and 27 seconds left here. Can you believe it? And it was Thomas Schreiber on the goal there. Just a sensational, sensational goal. And how about that for Hunterdon Central in their last regular season game of the season?
Thomas Schreiber's 8th goal of the season. In fact, the crowd is going crazy. Ultimately, this is the game changer in the game. A very, very impressive play by Thomas Schreiber. You know, very necessary for this game so far. So when the goal went in, it for sure counted. You got a lot of people on the sidelines cheering now, hoping that Hunterdon Central could get another one in and lead this game.
Absolutely right, Julia. And that one absolutely energized the crowd as Hunterdon Central has had all the odds stacked up against them going into this second half here with a backup goalie in the form of Daniel Kellogg, who has stepped up to the challenge and not let up any goals in the second half, as well as a series of calls that could be deemed unfavorable towards Central and no calls that have affected this game completely. And now a big momentum shifter here as Pingree is set up here with a kick that could affect the outcome of this game here. This one is up, and Kellogg watches it soar above the goal. And Central has got full momentum shift here after that goal scored, as Kellogg looks to see where he wants to kick it off. And this one is up towards the middle of the field. And they're going to let this one go out of play here as the clock ticks down here. Under 5 minutes left to play here. And the crowd has got Central as Pingree looks to respond here. And Cook now to throw this one in. Cook, the throw in. Up to Adams. Now to Riga. Huge play opportunity here. Riga inside. And that was just going to go wide of the goal. And the no call there. Huge for Hunterdon Central. That was not what they were looking for, as looked like an offside. So Pingree, once again, taking it the other way. This one's going to go roll right on a play here as Pingree is up into tempo here. Cook knocks someone out of play. This one goes up here. Adams pushes it the other way now. Hunterdon Central driving on a fast break down the field once again. Sticking with this one. Whistle blown. And
We need to get a close up of the guy down 30-yard line.
they seem to have a Hunterdon Central injury here.
I was just thinking that.
And no indicating sign here of who that is down the field quite yet, but
To me, it looks like Colin Adams on the ground. Hunterdon Central's MVP of last year's Hunterdon Warren Sussex tournament.
and he seems to be up and moving under his own power toward the sideline. And in the last few minutes of this game, that's a devastating blow for this Hunterdon Central team. And you have to hope the significance of the injury is minimal, as Adams is a key part of this team, and it would be a huge blow on the offensive end for him to not be available for the playoffs. And so we'll hope and see what happens here for the remainder of this game as the clock winds down to 3 minutes in the second half. Tied at 2 apiece here. As both teams are itching for a goal that would decide the game here in the last 3 minutes, but Hunterdon Central now down Colin Adams, like you mentioned, the Hunterdon Warren Sussex MVP of last year, the 2021 MVP, who was also a crucial part of this team last year for this program, as Pingree now driving down the field. An amazing defensive effort there of the looks of the likes of, it looks like Adam Cook. As Pingree looks to work. It's going to remain Pingree possession here as the clock winds down. And now, trying to go the other way here is Norbosch, trying to keep this one in play. And it's going to remain Hunterdon Central possession here. As clock winds down. Huge opportunity here for Hunterdon Central. Cook launches one up to Riga. Riga chasing it down. And it's Schreiber that pushes that one up. It's going to go wide of the goal there. As Pingree will take it the other way, whistle blown. Pingree now within striking distance. Kellogg comes in, deflects someone out, but Pingree keeps it in play. Kellogg back to his natural spot. Here is Kellogg, has to make a play, and he catches it and secures it. And so Kellogg, whose name you've heard a lot this second half, remains untouched in this second half. And Hunterdon Central looking for anything they can get here. 30 seconds remaining on the clock here, and this could be a last opportunity for either team. As this one is up and no good. Up once again here near the middle of the field. Both teams going for it. And Bugliari chases this one down. Cook just swipes it out of play. And that's going to do it for regulation.
Get that scoreboard out of there. 10 minutes.
And so we are now poised for a 10-minute overtime here with a 3-minute intermission.
You know what? It's going to be super excited to see what both teams will be able to bring to Stewart Field tonight in this 10 minutes to see who ultimately will take away the win. You know, two big teams, Pingree versus Hunter and Central, very competitive as well. Back and forth play all of tonight. Pingree definitely had the majority of the play as in the offensive side, but Hunter and Central's defense has been killer tonight, as well as Colin Adams and Thomas Schreiber's goals to get back into the game against the Pingree Big Blue.
Yeah, and I absolutely love 3 players in this game so far for Hunter and Central. And the reason why Hunter and Central's even in this game is because of Thomas Schreiber, Ryan Norbosch, and Daniel Kellogg. All have stepped up in their respective areas for Hunter and Central to keep this one even competitive. And after Hunter and Central went down 1-0,
The bench, somebody.
it was Riga who stepped up and drew the penalty for Adams to then go and score the first goal. And then when Hunter Central had Callan Armitage go down in the goal, it was Daniel Kellogg who stepped up and has played flawlessly as the goalkeeper over the last half and even for a portion of the end of the first half. And it has been an exciting one for him now as he's going to see overtime action as well. And then there's Thomas Schreiber who had the equalizer in the last 6 minutes of action for Hardin Central to keep this one and put them at 2 apiece for Hardin Central. And so now we'll wait to see what happens here in overtime, and we'll see if
5 o'clock tomorrow, boys 4 o'clock.
we'll see if Colin Adams makes an appearance in overtime, as he went down with an injury late in that second half, and he truly is one of these playmakers for Hardin Central that has supported them so well all year long. And you would hope that he is okay, as Pingree's boys are already heading out with 36 seconds left on the clock here. Hardin Central looks to get the overtime victory here. And so, big overtime here at Hardin Central's last regular season game of the season. And for the seniors, it would be a great send-off to the regular season and momentum shifter going into these playoffs here.
Are you on,
Daniel Kellogg still out there as goalie.
Yes.
Not going to see any more of Armitage tonight, which was something most could have assumed at this point, as he's most likely being dealt with by the trainer. But huge overtime here for Hardin Central. Huge overtime for Pingree. We promised a competitive one. Here's a nail biter, as both teams send out their starters for this overtime. And Adams not anywhere to be seen on this field for Hardin Central. He actually is out there. So Colin Adams does make an appearance in this overtime, and it is a huge difference maker for Hardin Central. Goalie switch positions once more, so Hardin Central now shooting towards the left side. Pingree going the other way. And it's Matt Davis trying to chase that one down. Going to go out of play here. Davis tried to get that one to Riga. Couldn't quite get there. Adams on the defense, trying to stick with it now. Perez Rodriguez gets that one to the midfield of Hardin Central. Big opportunity here for Hardin Central now, driving down the field. It's Adams now. Adams to Davis. Davis moving. Davis going to work here. Gets it around inside. Deflected out, but here comes a corner kick for Hardin Central. And so Davis, who is going to work there and put a move on that drew the corner kick. And here's a huge opportunity now. The first minute and a half of OT action for Hardin Central. And this one is up. And that one's just going to go wide right. So Pingree, watch that one soar past their goal. And they are now once again an opportunity here to send Pingree back home with a victory. As this one is going down. Pingree going to work. It's Bugliari. And Kellogg takes one to the face, but he recovers it. Pingree trying to go to work here. That one goes out of play, and it's back in Hardin Central's possession here. And so this one's got everyone up on their feet now. This one cleared by Hardin Central. Riga couldn't quite get to it. Now near the middle of the field. Riga is chasing it. Davis in support. Taken away by Pingree. Back and forth once more. Kellogg going to swallow this one up. And Kellogg under pressure. Handling himself well here. Whistle blown. This one's up. It's going to go wide left of the goal here. Going to be going the other way for Pingree now. So we are about halfway done with this overtime period now. And evidently, no score change here, but Hardin Central has just come up short on a few opportunities here. But they're knocking on that door here, and we could be seeing a Hardin Central overtime victory here if just one goes through. As this one is up. Approaching the middle of the field. Norbosch pushes that one up. Riga fighting for it, going the other way. Whistle blown, and Hardin Central has another opportunity here. No call on that one. Norbosch chasing it down. Kellogg just knocks it out. So not quite raining now, as it is just drizzling a bit, but this one goes out of play. Remains Pingree possession. This one goes out of play. This one in play for Hardin Central. Just knocked right out. So now Pingree is going to take over possession here. Knocked out of play. Pingree going to hold on to possession here. Just 3 minutes left to play here. And both teams are desperate for a score. As Pingree has a huge opportunity here.
There's a second 10-minute period.
And
But next goal wins.
Pingree trying to hold on possession here. Colin Adams chasing after it. Near the middle of the field now. And that one's just going to go out of play. I'm going to say Hardin Central on the throw-in now. And so no team decides to score after this one. We will be heading into a second overtime period. And by the looks of it, with 2 minutes left, unless something drastic happens, we will be seeing a second overtime period. But I'd love to be wrong in favor of Hardin Central as Davis now goes down the field. Holds on to him. Puts one inside, and that one's going to go up. And we'll see if they call it off of Hardin Central or Pingree. And it looks like it's going to be a corner kick here for Hardin Central. And so they're sending Adams to the corner now. And so huge opportunity for Hardin Central here with a minute and a half left in this first overtime period. This one is up. It is inside. Deflected off the Pingree goalie. Adams sticking with it. Puts this one up. Whistle blown. It's going to go the other way now for Pingree. So last minute of this overtime period. And Julie, I got to say, to call this one a thriller would be an understatement. This one has been exhilarating.
You know, a very action-packed filled game especially. Only 30 seconds left in this first overtime period, which pretty much means that Hardin Central and Pingree will be heading in to a second overtime period where if you score, you win.
And how about that for Daniel Kellogg, which I can't emphasize enough. Senior playing as a backup for almost his entire tenure here at Hardin Central. Getting the opportunity to go into a second overtime against huge rival Pingree, and that just may be how it is, as he's just going to swallow onto that one. And we are heading into a second overtime period here at Stewart Field. 2-minute break now, as this has been everything you would expect out of a Hardin Central and a Pingree Big Blue boys soccer match. There's been heat, tempers flaring between the two teams. There's been lots of tension, nerves to start the game, and it has been quite the match so far. And both teams get the opportunity to regroup here. Only have a minute and a half, and this game has been definitely the thriller. It's been about 2 hours since we started here at Stewart Field, and this is huge for both teams now as we head into a second overtime period. Julia, at this point, we got to start betting on who we think is going to be the goal scorer for Hardin Central if they're to win it here.
Well, I like the optimism that Hardin Central will be the winners of tonight's game, as I believe so as well, and I'm hoping so. but I'm going to guess that it's going to be Colin Adams. He's been playing pretty fierce tonight, and I can't help but see another goal in his future in the next 10 minutes. How about you?
I'm going to go a bit bold here, and I've liked to watch him play tonight so far, and I like the way he's put a spin on the ball. I'm taking Matt Davis to send Hutterite Central home happy with a 3-2 victory here. And, man, I'd hope to be wrong and have Colin Adams be the one to send us home happy as well. But either way, we are hoping and crossing our fingers up here in the booth for a Hutterite Central victory as they head now to a second overtime here. It'll be another 10-minute period as the score remains 2-2. And, man, if Hutterite Central can secure the victory here in the last regular season game here, what a fairy tale ending for Daniel Kellogg's regular season senior year. As this has been a very, very eventful game here for both teams, and both teams are gearing up for the second overtime period. You can imagine the players who have been playing here now for what's going to be their 90th to 100th minutes of action here, and although they've subbed in and out, stamina is definitely going down. Fatigue may start to kick in. You can imagine for some of these players, especially for Pingree Bugliari, who's played a majority of this game, as well for Hutterite Central. You've had Norbosch in there for nearly the entirety of the game. You can imagine players like them, fatigue kicking in, but they have the endurance to make it into these long overtime games. And here we go, as we're in our second overtime here, and Norbosch launches that one up. The goalie's switching positions once more, so Pingree working towards the left way, Hutterite Central the opposite. As Hutterite Central looks to get inside now. That one just wide of the goal. And a promising shot by the looks of Adam Cook, just coming up short there. As Pingree shoots this one up middle of the field, going the other way and out of play. And Pingree to throw it in. This one's up, and they're calling Pingree possession once more. This one's up. Hutterite Central in the clear. Now trying to go the other way. Pingree stopping that momentum. Cook launches that one. Now Schreiber chasing it down. Big opportunity. Big spot for Hutterite Central. Riga inside now. An offside call. So now it's going to go the other way for Pingree here. 2 minutes into the second overtime, 12 minutes into overtime total. And Cook jumps up, can't quite reach that one. Now Cook again in the defense, keeps it in play. Riga watches that one go out of play. And Pingree on the attack once more. This one going to just stay in play here as Pingree recovers it. Norbosch puts it up. Hutterite Central going the other way. Now both teams trying to be strategic here and seemingly economical about their energy, as another point to mention, like I mentioned earlier, fatigue has got to be setting in here for a lot of these players that are entering their 90th minutes of the game here, as they've been just going at it. That one's just going to go right out of play. It's Pingree to throw it in once more. And a good spot for Pingree. This is what they're looking for. And so it is up. And Hardin Central clears it. Now Pingree can't get anything out of that. Going the other way now for Hardin Central. And so Kellogg is going to take it himself. Kellogg the kick. And it is up. Patel pushes that one up. Good spot for Adams. Adams and Riga. And that one's just going to soar over. But we're going to get a corner kick here in favor of Hardin Central. So Adams does a great job of making sure it deflected off of the Pingree defender.
Same thing.
And this is a huge shot here for Hardin Central. Five minutes remain in the second overtime. We are 15 minutes deep into overtime. And both teams anxiously await the next goal as this one is up. Pingree defends well. This one inside. Back and forth. Everyone in front of Pingree's goal. And Riga shoots and misses! And just a missed opportunity there for Hardin Centrals. That could have been game. Riga just got a little too excited on that one as Hardin Central looks for another good opportunity here. And Riga looking for redemption here. Riga takes it. Looking for the shot. Can't get anything jammed up. Deflected off of a Pingree defender.
You know, Hardin Central will have the corner kick though, so hopefully we can pull something together here. We've had multiple opportunities on corner kicks, so hopefully this repetition will lead to a final goal for Hardin Central's Red Devils.
So Adams kicks it quickly. This one up. It's back and forth affair in front of the Pingree goal. And it's anyone's guess as to who's going to score the last goal, as both teams are struggling here to put one into the net. As that one's going to roll out of play, and they're going to call it a Pingree ball here. And so Central looking for an opportunity here, and the whistle is blown here, and it's going to be in favor of Hardin Central, as the second overtime here is winding down. A little over 2.5 minutes left to play here in the second overtime, and if nobody scores in this last 2.5 minutes, the last regular season game for Hardin Central will end in a tie here against Pingree at 2 apiece. But this one is up, and it is just swallowed up by the Pingree goalie. Perhaps the play of the game there, as they could have just sealed the game there, as Pingree is trying to force the other way. Whistle blown. And now Hardin Central has got the opportunity to take it the other way once more, as the clock is ticking down here. 2 minutes left of action here. And this has been one of the most thrilling games here of the season for Hardin Central. Kellogg kicks this one off. It is up once more. Up once more. Bugliari can't get to that one. It's going to go out of play. And big opportunity here for Pingree. So this one is thrown in. Pingree with an opportunity. They soar it above the goal here. As it's going to go the other way now for Harlan Central. And depending on how Kellogg and Harlan Central want to play this here, they play it super conservatively. They'll get the tie. They go aggressive enough, they can go for the victory. And Harlan Central is pushing just that as the clock ticks down. 40 seconds remain here. So we are heading into the last moments of this game here. Harlan Central gets the fast break, chasing it down. That one's going to go out of play. 20 seconds to go here. Harlan Central trying to hurry it up here. 18 seconds left to play. And the ball goes off of the cameraman. They're asking the clock to stop. 13.8 seconds remain here in this match. And 13.8 seconds is all Harlan Central has to work with to get the goal here to win. If they get it, it's a Harlan Central victory. If not, they will tie here. Patel to throw it in. The clock will start as soon as he throws it in. It is in now. And Pingree is going to just take this one down the field. Harlan Central watches this one go, and the clock will tick down here. And so, tonight's match will end in a tie in double overtime against Pingree at 2 apiece. And a game where Daniel Kellogg played a majority of the game at goalie and locked down Pingree's offense. That's all for tonight, guys. Alongside Julia Labatze, I'm Bryce Cohen for HDTV. We thank you all for tuning in, and thank you.